morning. I swear a lot. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Disco Elysium. So, we have to go talk to Miss Aranye Disco Dancer today, but there are some things I want to do first, and maybe I'll put that off a little bit until, I don't know, we're better or something, but really, we're going to have to do it eventually, and I'm just going to have to get on with it. Kind of want to wait for this, I suppose. Maybe not losing reaction speed would be helpful. But there are a couple things we can do first, mostly pertaining to Lely's armor. There are two leads we can follow up on this. First of all, I want to talk to Manana, see what he has to say about it, because apparently he was sniffing around. So Manana, tell me.
Hola, wandering man.
I'm not going to do the stupid key to the door shit, but I want to know about the armor.
The little boy had it good on his promise.
You asked him to direct me to you, didn't he?
To get me into trouble. To sick the pigs on me. Pardon the choice of words.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
What happened?
I was asked to look into that armor situation. Official Union probe, you know. Track it down, see who took it.
Did you?
At first I thought, why not? Maybe the pieces can feed the strike. Buy us a few more days under the sun, you know?
Makes sense.
So I went to this boy. He said he'd make me his prison bitch. He's got eyes everywhere, and the cop's in his pocket, and he's the king of Jamrock.
Yeah, that's Kuno.
Serves me right for doing menial footwork. I dropped that probe right then and there, and it still got me into trouble. One bad move is all it takes.
I mean, just talking to Kuno usually is a roll of the dice. That's what I've found. So what, scare you?
It's a minor nuisance. It's all good.
He contemplates taking a swig from his flask, yeah, that's about right. So what did you learn?
I learned that people don't want to talk to a drunk Union man about some armor.
Makes sense.
What else?
Not much. Technical stuff mostly. That was the interesting part.
What kind of technical stuff?
I did some research into this armadura. Let's say I have friends at the library. I didn't get into the material science, just how it comes off.
Oh, that might have been useful.
How does it come off?
In parts. 4 in total. The helmet was the first to go. The kid says he tore it off and kicked it into the sea. I believe him. The boots were still on the guy last I saw. Too hard to remove. So, as I count, there are 2 parts missing. The gauntlets and the cuirass. This is where I left off. Too much hassle. More like a job for some militia.
So 4 pieces of armor up for grabs then, but I've already sent the boots away.
I guess you won't be collecting them all then. That's less work for you at least.
So 4 pieces, helmet, cuirass, gauntlets and boots, but what about the leggings?
Oh, they're just gone. They don't exist anymore, if they ever did at all. Forget about them. I did.
I'm going to find like 1 piece of it. That will be something.
Nice and balanced. Some junior officers can take care of the rest.
Yeah, stupid juniors.
Smart choice. It's only that one spot you need armored too. The one the bullet hits.
That's true.
Good luck if you go for those boots though. You'd have an easier time wresting the spurs off a boyadero than getting them off him.
Thank you, sir.
No problem. If you see that kid, thank him from Call Me Mañana. Thank him for showing me the way.
The way.
He is sincerely grateful. He is not tracking down pieces of armor right now.
Well, it's good talking to you. Goodbye. So now we've done that, and now it's official that we can actually search for armor pieces, so that's something. I want to go talk to the lady on the radio, because she was running up the numbers and trying to find out, who Lely was at, what Lely's actual name was, and it would be worth checking in with her. I can't imagine it's a long conversation. Did you find out about the owner?
Not yet, but I was able to convince the database people to share private sector information. They promised to get back to me by tomorrow morning. Do you have any other questions?
We did this yesterday. Fine, I'm done.
In the cabin, you...
She's failed me. For the last time. Okay, let's go open the lock, because God knows there's probably important things in that direction. And while I can pawn stuff to get money in order to, you know, have a place to sleep tonight, if I could just find more money, that would be a better solution, and I'd rather do that. Oh, hey guys, you're all new union workers just hanging about. What happens to the nice guy with the salami?
A rusting control panel with loose wires dangling out from the hole.
Oh, they cleaned it up, wow.
The light used to be, and a mechanical lever sitting in the middle.
They actually cleaned up the wreckage. That's impressive. Pull the lever.
You grab the handle and pull the lever up. As soon as the metal connects against the contact pins, you hear a loud clunk. Then, the water lock starts moving.
Yes! It's moving! It's moving! I've done it. I've saved the city.
Okay, if we ever need to get to the coast, then this is the way. But please, contain your wanderlust for now. I don't want us to get sidetracked, not with everything that's going on.
But there's a whole new area.
Focus on one thing, achieve it, then the next, he thinks. That's the task chain.
Yeah, but I've unlocked a new area. There's all kinds of mysteries and stuff. I gotta go have a look. I'm a cop. I have to look at things. It's my job. Hey, see, money. Money. Aren't you glad we came here, Kim? I found money. I'm not sharing. Radio hums with electricity. What the fuck am I doing? Jesus Christ, okay. That was strange. Never seen me do that before. Hey, there's stuff over there. I love stuff. Let me get to the stuff. Stuff. Free stuff. Traffic beyond the gate. More abandoned motor lorries. Free magnesium. You love to see it. The sign says no entry. Someone scribbled an inverted star on it. Oh, locked, you say? I don't fucking think so, actually. I actually don't think it's locked at all. Or it won't be when I'm done with it. Yeah. Jamrock Biker Cop Sunnies. Nice. And they're empathetic. I like empathy. But losing logic is a bit painful, I have to admit. We'll keep the office shades for now. Maybe when talking to people we can put the, Oh, hey, look, there's more tire tracks. Presumably this is how I made it, or the suspect in the driving, smashing, crashing case made it here. Ahead, decades-old concrete defenses. Children play on them now. Break a box of power. Maybe there's something inside. Money! Fucking... Oh, so much cash. And there are things over here. Someone's broken down the fence and the barbed wire. That takes commitment. I'm gonna follow the tracks, see if I can find the me. Creaking ahead, a broken axle grinding. What is that my car? I think I found my car. I mean, the perpetrator's car. We don't know it was me yet. Banged up fuel canister, that's some big money. A bottle drained of all its booze is frozen to the ice. Yeah, it's starting to look a lot like me, isn't it? Money. Money. I wanted to ask you something, Kim, actually, just quick. Yeah, I still need to figure that out. Nothing. We can get into that, I'm sure. If I just remind myself to put a point into, logic next time. We're pretty close to our next level up, so I may as well.
This is it. The scene of the party. The fire pit. Cigarettes and empty bottles all evidence it.
Hold up, don't you mean the scene of the crime?
Not as such. I'm talking about what came after the party scene.
Yeah, it looks like a lot of folks pied here.
Looks like they were here a while, judging from all the bottles. The sunken motor carriage provided them a focal point, like a goose ice sculpture or a chocolate fountain.
I love chocolate fountains. Hey, Kim, looks like we had a couple of partygoers here.
Looks like it.
Looks like they had a great time laughing here.
Hey, let's keep moving, detective.
The lieutenant adjusts his glasses.
Somehow, he doesn't want to dwell on it.
Interesting. The ice just off the coast crackles, shifting.
A banged-up motor carriage lies half submerged in the icy water, slowly sinking into the Insulindian Ocean. Only the cabin top, rear wheels, and the engine remain visible.
I wonder whomst it belongs to.
It must be cold and lonely down there, in the icy water.
I would imagine so, yeah.
The seawater has already started to corrode the metalworks.
It does that.
Remember the tire tracks in Martinez? This is where they were leading.
So this is where all the tracks were leading to.
It appears to be so.
The lieutenant has a peculiar look in his eyes as he inspects the wreckage. Let's investigate.
I agree. We should definitely investigate.
His eyes never leave the sunken vehicle. He knows. He's already figured it out.
You get a sudden, sinking feeling. Stomach acid comes up as you look at the motor carriage in the deep, dark, cold water.
Yeah, why would I? Why would I be concerned?
Why the doom and gloom? It's just a sunken motor carriage. Some motor carriages are bound to end up in the sea.
Run your hand over the cold metal. Let's give it a full analysis.
The motor carriage is properly stuck in the ice. Getting it out would require a team of specialists.
I am a team of specialists.
A single day in the salty seawater would ruin most vehicles, but this one looks worn even in places the salt water hasn't touched.
Probably neglected it a bit. What is the make of this MC? Can I see a logo?
The logo is too deep in the murky water. You can't make it out, but you do see a monkfish float by.
That makes this all worth it. How long's it been here?
The ice hasn't closed around the vehicle yet. My guess is it's been here since last Saturday or Sunday.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's interesting timing.
The estimate is correct. The incident probably occurred on Sunday evening.
So this was the night where I had my deluge? What should we do?
Let's wait for the low tide and see what's inside.
How long will it take for that to come in?
I don't know. An hour or two, tops?
Fuck it. Well, I mean, I don't actually have any choices. Let's just sit on the swing and wait. Let's just hang out.
As you sit down in the old, rusty playground, the world around you becomes very silent.
We're hanging out. We're buddies. It's nice.
The hinges creak under your weight. Dangerously so.
Oh, come on, man. Just give me a break.
Nothing but the sound of seagulls high above in the sky, echoing like distant laughter. Ice cracks around the blue motor carriage in the sea.
Hold on, it looks very blue.
Yes, it does.
What's your favorite blue thing?
Let me think about it.
But you're never going to get back to me on that. I'm a whistle.
Spit flies to your moustache, your chest, the ground before you. No sound though.
What's your favorite blue thing? Let me think about it. I want to say like 5 to 10 seconds of silence and then...
Raining heavily here, Chief. Mind keeping it down a bit?
Sorry, necktie.
The lieutenant must think it's rather funny. He smiles and quickly turns away.
Hey, it's good, it's good. Don't worry, Harry, I can't actually whistle either. I wish I could, but I can't. I managed to do it once by accident, and have never been able to replicate it. I'd like to see you try in this bloody wind.
With his lips puckered, the lieutenant lets out a beautiful melodic trill that puts even the insulindic thrush to shame.
Damn it, he's just so perfect.
You hear the sound echo on the large body of water. Clouds race across the spring sky, and suddenly you just feel better about everything.
I mean, I was already feeling pretty good about everything, so it doesn't matter.
The clouds pass in the sky, and the shadow of the swing moves like the hour hand on a timepiece. 30 minutes have passed.
Surely this will help with my... Yeah, this must be going a lot quicker now. Good. I just want to kill some time till it's done.
Looks like this might take a while. Time to present a good topic for discussion.
So was your dad also, point to your eyes? Harry, no. Would you rather sit on an anthill for an hour or stand in a river of leeches?
Well, historically, leeches have been used to prevent and even cure many ailments.
I mean, that's been debatable. Wasn't that debunked? I guess it could do something, though.
Okay, he's thinking. I can do this. Let's do this. Who'd want to sit on an anthill? There are no therapeutic benefits to.
Uh-huh.
Clouds on the horizon grow darker, and the shadow of the swing set keeps climbing. You hear the distant rumble of the city. 30 minutes pass.
If you had to side with either the strikers or the shipping company, who would you choose? That's a question.
Luckily, I am already a member of an independent organization, and therefore do not have to choose between a rock and a hard place.
Well, I know he's going to say an answer to this, but if someone puts a gun to your head?
Your voice echoes on the water, strange and out of place in the environment. 30 more minutes pass.
Oh yeah, it's coming along, an hour and 20 minutes left, very good. Is that a number on the side?
Yes, 41. What do you think it stands for?
Oh no, yep, here it comes.
It's as if he knows what it stands for, but wants you to say it. It's pedagogical.
Let me just look that up real quick. Yep, it is a word. Relating to teaching. Okay, it's a teaching moment. Right, okay. Okay. Bless you, Kim. 41 is his rank in the underground street racing hierarchy. Rub your chin. Small fish, this one. 41, this street racer is quite the ladies' man. This must be Tommy 41, the morning host of FM 41. Looks like the factory made a mistake and accidentally called this one Capri 41. Stupid factory. I hate guessing. District something? A precinct? Something municipal? Rub your temples, you're getting a horrible headache. Oh god, no.
I'm sorry, Harry. I'm so sorry.
But I'm the sorry cop.
41. Precinct 41. A massive pit opens up in your stomach, and the most terrible feeling comes over you.
It was me.
No. Just nope. Say no to this, Harry.
Oh my god, it's mine. No.
Yes, your car is in the sea. Face it, so we can start dealing with this.
Oh my god, it's mine. I drove my car into the sea.
I'm afraid so, yes. It looks like you started in front of the whirling, jumped over the canal, and then drove your vehicle in the sea right here.
Maybe I was in pursuit of someone?
Of whom? I don't think so. If anything, you were probably drunk.
Almost guaranteed. How do we get it out?
Detective, we don't. A rescue operation really isn't viable at this point.
My car!
It's sunken too deep. There is no access ramp to the coast.
So it's just gonna be there like that?
I'm afraid it will have to be there like that for many years. Look at it. Parts of it might be salvageable, but overall, this machine is a write-off.
I can still fix it.
That is very unlikely. All the electrics are toast. That goes for the electromagnetic steering and brake systems as well.
It's also upside down and in the ocean.
You'd be lucky to find one undamaged component in there. In a few months, there will be nothing but rust left of this vehicle. It'll be cheaper to buy a new one.
Yeah.
Well, not cheaper. This motor carriage costs 40,000 real. But in the long run, it still makes more sense to buy a new machine than try to refurbish this.
People are gonna be angry at me, aren't they?
Let's face it, this is a substantial loss to your district's budget. I mean, my station only has 4 other vehicles in addition to my kinema.
He's avoiding your gaze now. They're not gonna take me back after this, are they?
People are more valuable than machines. Training a police officer is even more costly.
He's trying to cheer you up now. The badge, the gun, and now this.
The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and doesn't say anything.
I'm a good detective.
There is also a 4th thing you've lost.
My wife.
More precious than the gun, the badge, and the motor carriage combined. Lost forever into the deepest of seas.
I'm gonna flip a coin. One side is either my wife and the other side is my dignity and self-esteem. Well, at least we can see what's in there now. Maybe my badge is in there. That would make sense.
Let's go take a look.
It would actually make a lot of sense if my badge was in there. Where else would my badge be, right? But I was waving it around at the Whirling in Rags, wasn't I? Along with my gun. My badge! And a coat! Oh, fuck. That's a really nice coat. I got my badge, and I'm doing stretches! Yes! I'm king of the world! So my current coat is Esprit de Corps and Shivers. This is Esprit de Corps and Visual Calculus. Oh, that's a nice coat. Only I wasn't wearing stupid trousers. If I get some boots, that would round this out quite well, but whatever, it's fine. I should have a look at my badge.
A police badge on which you see the photo of a man. You. Some seaweed is stuck to the back.
I found my badge.
At least something good came out of all this.
The lieutenant glances at the badge in your hands. I got a skill point. Study the badge.
Encased between 2 durable plastic sheets is a bluish card with lines of information and a watermark in the shape of the street grid of Revachol West.
Lovely.
You see a photo, a name, a rank, a document number, the date of issue, and in the lower right corner, your precinct.
So presumably I can go back to those cops and be like, yo, I've got my fucking badge. I know who I am. Look at the photo.
The man keeps winking at you with his green-grey eyes. The photo is old, no doubt about that.
Yeah, for sure.
Good choice. A newer photo would look different.
A little different. How old?
8, maybe 10 years. The guy in the picture is rather good looking. He's got a nice haircut and is distinctly lacking in massive sideburns.
Hey man, the sideburns are fine. Why is he winking?
What do you think? His face is already contorted by the expression.
The expression.
Although it looks less grotesque on him than it does on you now.
Makes sense.
The badge in your hand shines as you rotate it, catching light. You see lines of information on it, and a shining watermark.
So we should probably take it to the carriage. I should also probably tell the 41 that I found my badge. Radio that in. Name, Harrier Dubois.
Harrier? That's long for Harry. So you are Harry.
Yeah.
Everhart was half right. Probably not a lot of people know your full name. Whoever told him you're Harry Dubois didn't.
But what kind of name is Harrier?
It's a wartime name. Revolutionary. The kind mothers give their sons during troubled times. Like Undying or Boxer or Ironhide.
I wanted to be called Ironhide Dubois, but Harrier is my name.
Pleased to make your acquaintance, Harrier Dubois.
Thank you.
He's not going to call you Harrier. He'll keep calling you officer when he's angry with you, and detective when he's not.
I've never noticed that, and I'm glad the game just told me. So if he calls me officer, he's not pleased, and if he calls me detective, he is pleased. Okay.
The badge in your hands shines as you rotate it, catching light. You see lines of information.
Rank. LTN, which implies Lieutenant, 2JFR.
Lieutenant W. Freighter.
What's a W freighter?
The lieutenant is a rank above sergeant and below captain. It's the highest rank in the RCM that still does field work. I am a lieutenant.
We're just a couple of lieutenants, and W freighter?
The title of Freighter is added to your rank when you decline a promotion to a higher rank. In your case, captain. You have declined twice, thus you're W Freighter.
So I wanted to keep doing field work? I declined becoming a captain?
There are many reasons one would do this. The rank above you in your precinct's decontage might be taken, or sometimes promoted officers do not want to replace their superiors out of respect.
Fair.
And sometimes they just prefer the type of police work available to their current rank, in your case, lieutenant.
Heavy-duty case-solving machine.
That's me. So what's a decontage?
Decontage is the hierarchical system employed by the Revachol Citizens Militia. It means counting down to twos.
Okay.
The countdown is modeled after the dual leadership system employed by the left during the revolution, which in turn was developed by last century experimental psychologists in the University of Königstein.
Okay.
The lowest rank is junior officer, usually teenagers. Then there are the patrol officers, then sergeants, lieutenants, and then a captain. That's basically it, except for a few kinks.
What kinks? I don't shame.
Kinks like satellite officers and the additional freighter rank I already explained.
Right.
The long and short of it is, you're his superior.
Ah. I'm his superior. Satellite officers?
You are given the title of satellite officer if your partner is quickly promoted through the ranks and you rise with him. You don't seem to be a satellite.
Right. I don't see the point in mentioning or bringing up the fact I'm his superior, because I may be his superior in rank, but he's superior to me in terms of, you know, being a detective. So thanks for explaining all this, Kim.
My pleasure.
Then back to the document. I thought my rank was drunk.
Yes, apparently you've had a rather successful career in the past, and this leads me to believe maybe your current situation is only temporary.
God, there's the line. I don't want to get better, I want to get worse. No fucking way. Thanks, it gives me hope.
Good.
He says with a quick smile. Because the other line was, there are no ex-alcoholics, and that is untrue. As I have explained earlier in this series, that is definitively untrue. Turn back to the document.
Such a small yet precious thing. Expensive paper caught between thick plastic, like a fly in amber. It reads,
Serial that.
That's just the serial number. Revachol, Jamrock, Precinct 41, with some numbers thrown in there for good measure.
Some extra numbers. 7th of November, 50.
4 months ago. I'm guessing that's when you were promoted to the rank of Lieutenant W. Freighter.
I bet, maybe, I wonder if perhaps on the second occasion in which I could have been promoted to captain, I didn't actually decline it as such. That might have been maybe when the problems started and they were like, we can't promote this guy. Like, the process has already started, but look at him, we can't. And it will crush him if we tell him he's not allowed to. So maybe there was some bullshit involved. I don't know. I'm not really logicking it very well. We'll see. I definitely need to go talk to the officers back at the Whirling Rags.
A new badge usually comes with a new rank. You seem to have been doing well then.
Apparently.
A lot can happen in 4 months, especially in winter. The winters are never easy on you. Of that you are sure.
Seems to be the case.
I remember that time. That was a good time. We had a good work-drink balance going. What happened, man? Pump it up!
No fucking way. Precinct 41?
Yes, it's the designation of your precinct. 41. Like mine says 57. The 57th is mostly industrial harbor. A lot of asphalt. The 41st is...
He stops. What is the 41st?
It's a tough station to work in. You have all of Jamrock to cover. That district should have 3 precincts, but money is what it is.
Right. So we're overworked in a hard place.
It's no wonder you are like you are, he thinks. But then again...
But then again, it's a legendary district, and a hell of a station too. It must be an honor and a curse to work with people like Price, McCoy, Berdiaeva.
Uh-huh.
Roberts, Feuerbach, Dimitri. Suddenly, names from your decomptage flash in your forebrain.
Surely we can go talk to the officers after this.
The badge in your hand shines as you rotate it, catching light.
Alright, put it away. Okay, well, we've learned a lot. We've actually learned a whole bunch. We've actually learned an excessive amount of information, and this is very good. An hour until that's done. Reminds me, I think it was logic to unlock that bit of information. Yeah, logic. So, okay, whoops, okay, okay, nothing, thank you. So we put a point in logic. Accept changes and close. And then we pick things that improve logic, like, not that. This. The auditor. I don't think I have anything else that improves logic, but worth looking. Alright, think I'm good to go. Kim.
Yes?
Talk to me. Why did they send me?
Pick over what's left of your frontal cortex, but no compelling.
Fine. I mean, like, you know, if I get more, Oh, that's helpful. If I get more points in logic, that will help me in general, so it's not the worst thing in the world. Footprints in the snow, they lead away from the accident. Oh! Maybe we should follow them. See where I went. Went this way. There's a house down here. It's a boat tucked away underneath the tarpaulin cover. Did I perhaps go to this house? Okay, is this a place I could stay in? Through the broken glass, dusty shelves, and a forgotten chair. And this is a room. See a dark red chair in the dim light of the room.
It's only a red chair. Just a red chair in an empty shack, with what looked like a dusty bow tie on the shelf. Nothing to see here, right?
Bow tie? Hey Kim, where are we?
In someone's abandoned shack. On the coast. In Martinez. In Ravachol.
He looks at you.
He's afraid you've forgotten suddenly.
What's with the red chair?
Nothing. It's just a piece of furniture.
He looks at the chair, gathering dust.
Red paint is peeling off it. Looks like blood, no?
This is a straight. Okay, let's move. There are things in here. Bow tie. That's better than my horrific necktie. And a postcard for Coal City. You're sure that wearing this tie is a statement, but you don't know what kind of statement. But man, does that buff my drama. Oh yeah. Means I can afford to wear that and get the extra visual calculus, and I'm still getting a big bonus to, drama. That's good. I'm good at lying. And figuring out when people are lying. I'll fiddle around here until the apricot chewing scented one is taken care of, right? So we don't have any debuffs. There's people over there. Sounds of life in the north. A Welsh board scrubs filth from fabric. There are people here, yes. Bushes are too thick and thorny to pass through. Cinder blocks charred, a makeshift fire pit with magazines for lighting. I can go talk to these guys. What's with this bench? I'll talk to him in a minute.
The worn and beaten wooden planks of the bench do not look overly comforting.
Can't imagine.
We can sit on benches after we've solved the murder. Let's go.
You can revisit the bench. If
Interesting, because the last bench we found was close to somewhere we could sleep. Maybe we'll find alternate accommodation around here? Trousers! +1 to Kingdom of Conscience! Huh? Tailored trousers in light brown, moderate in every aspect, absolutely unremarkable. In other words, perfect. Oh, now I look like a cop, minus the bow tie. But I do look like a cop. But my phone modular track pants are so good. Interesting. Okay. Oh, I don't get. I'm gonna put my phones back on for extra physical performance. You see dust-covered linens, dried tulips on a bed. I see. I see. White curtains have been drawn shut. No looking in. Fisherman shacks. Ah. Yep, this is a place. Wetting stone, well worn and covered in rust. Construction material. Whoever planned to build this house left in a hurry. Money. Good. Magnesium and money. Good. This is a place. Don't have to rush too much. We got plenty of time. Let's have a look around. Maybe there are things that can help us. Hey, buddy, how's it going? Talk to you guys. What's up? Remember that money.
Good to see you, friend. Do I have deals set up for you, buddy boy?
He spreads his arms as if wanting to embrace you. Rosemary, bruv, what's going on?
Does he actually know you? Or is he just shopkeep friendly?
Probably just shopkeep friendly, but it's worth playing along. Good to see you too, friend.
So what do you want?
Oh boy.
I got smokes. They're cheap. Very cheap. I got Pilsner. Great deal. You won't get a better deal on that piss. Spirits I can let go for 300 real. I also have speed. And by speed, I mean amphetamine.
You've certainly got things. Quite the business venture you've set up here.
Oh. The system's been good to old Rosemary here, and I'm milking her like a bitch goat in the backyard.
What precisely do you mean by that?
You see, friend, man makes his own luck. And I made mine real good. Got my hands on 3 bottles of liquor ex-squeeze.
Squeeze.
Sold 2 to the fellows around here and immediately invested the profit.
Sounds like you'll be a millionaire this time next year, Del Boy.
Bought cigarettes, bought beer, even bought a bit of speed. And look at me now. I got everyone on my hook.
He spreads his arms and smiles a crooked, toothless smile, so you're a drug dealer. Interesting.
The hook. Where is it? I can't see it.
I can't see the hook. I'm already hooking for Kuno, I think. Looks like you're on your own hook too.
Of course, of course, of course. It is what it is, you know. What it's always been. People, buddy boy. It's the people.
Okay, do we know each other?
Sure, friend. You know it.
He points a finger pistol at you and squeezes the trigger.
Don't mind old Rosemary here. He's a buffoon. Let's have a word after your high-concept transactions. I'll give you the lowdown.
Idiot doom spiral, huh? So you have straight-up amphetamine?
Hi. By amphetamine, I mean speed.
I thought by speed you meant amphetamine.
Hi. That's what I said.
Right, got it.
Good, my man. Now, what can I offer you?
So why does the bottle of spirits cost 300?
See, friend, it's real valuable. Worth every real, if you catch my drift. Got it from a bit of a business venture.
Nod and let him speak.
You know, it's funny, actually.
He bursts out laughing, then takes 3 gulps of his Pilsner and stares at you intently.
He's finding it difficult to focus his watery gaze.
Yeah, I'm getting that impression. What's funny?
What?
What did you mean, what? What did you think was funny?
This guy.
He says and shakes his index finger at you. I've met people like this. They're quite common around here.
Conversation might bring a discount, no?
So where did you get it from?
Oh, this is medicinal spirits. The good stuff. Got it from the doctor's office.
Uh-huh.
I got one of those scientific ampoules a few months ago. Torpedo, they call it. It's supposed to keep a man from taking a drink.
That could be useful. He spits a nasty yellow clot on the ground before you.
Didn't stop me for shit, that's for sure. 5 lemons with half a pack of butter and you're good to go.
That's a good tip. I should remember it.
It really isn't. In a week, the goddamn kidneys started giving me all kinds of help. Finally, the missus took me to a private doctor's office. Not a charity, the real thing.
Dios mío, a real doctor.
Those arseholes charged me £4 to remove the damn thing. But I came out on top after all.
I mean, £4 pretty cheap, but then again, we are finding like pocket change, and we have a total of 13 real to our names, so you know, conversion rates and all that. How?
The idiots left me alone in there. Now, I used to teach high school biology. I know what doctors use to preserve dead thingies.
He gets an excited gleam in his eyes.
Swipe 3 cans of this blue medicinal stuff from the back room. Threw the snakes out and voila. What's left is this beautiful blue stuff. 98.7% almost pure alcohol.
That's just a chemical by that point. That's not a beverage.
2 I already sold to these fine gentlemen here. But this last one is yours for 3 real, if you want it.
Don't say it.
Don't say it. I thought it was 300 real. I think it will prove useful, yeah.
3 real and it's yours, friend. The deal of a lifetime.
Am I being played?
Well done. You got it.
I mean, I got one hell of a discount, I think. It's only 3 real. I'm not gonna fucking drink it. Let's take it.
Just make sure to enjoy that one, friend.
I'm not gonna drink it, buddy. I'm off.
In the civilized world, it's a custom to tip the shopkeep, friend. But come back anyway.
He waves you off. I'm not tipping you, you crazy person. Let's have a look at that fucking bottle. The liquid has an unearthly blue tint, the kind that might or might not, but definitely does, glow in the dark. This is 98.7 pure alcohol. Keep it away from an open flame. I'm glad I don't have the option to drink it. Truly. But, I don't know, it could be useful for something. If it's medicinal spirit, might be something we can do with that. Fuck knows. So I talked to Rosemary. What about you, Doom Spiral?
Hey, Tequila!
A 30-something man clad in a 2-piece Lycra TM tracksuit puts down his Pilsner and extends his hand in greeting.
Good to see you. How's business? How's the whole reality situation treating you?
I'm sure I spoke to these guys. Shake his hand.
So what's happening?
Wait, Tequila?
Yeah, Tequila Sunset.
Uh-huh.
How are the, high-concept, reality-based adventures proceeding?
You know, I do stuff.
He says it like it's obviously your name. Like you call someone Billy Brunel or leader of the 4th Street Gang.
Because it's my name.
Good. These people know your true name. Looks like it has preceded you, Mr. Sunset. More on that later.
Mr. Sunset. Don't know. People tell me I'm a cop. I'm getting used to that.
It's good to hear that you're on top of things. Talking about used to, did you know that I used to be a real mover and shaker?
He thoughtfully picks a shit-stained jacket.
Sadly, things aren't going that well in Idiot Doom Spiral Land. Haven't found those keys yet, haven't won that great piece of ass back. No word from my business buddies.
He takes a sip from his beer.
This guy's your buddy. You feel it immediately. You belong to an organization, a fraternity of drunks.
Aha, so what do you guys do around here?
We are saving the world.
He looks at his comrades.
Please don't go. Don't go.
Begs the man in the pipe.
Okay, we're drinking. We're drinking alcohol. That's what we're doing. I tried to save the world once, a long time ago, with enterprise, creativity, and willpower. But that didn't work out.
God, you sound like Plague of Gripes.
So now, it's a pirate's life for me.
It's distinct enough that it's not Plague of Gripes, but boy does this guy sound like Plague of Gripes. So what is a Tequila Sunset?
It's you. You're Tequila Sunset.
How'd you know this?
We've met before. Don't you remember?
Did I seem like I would remember anything?
No, you sure don't.
Nope.
Aha. Do you want to know how Tequila Sunset came to be?
Sure, I got some time to kill.
Tequila Sunset. Something ominous there.
Go ahead.
Let me take a sip to moisten up my chords. Tequila Sunset rolled into Martinez last Friday, and by Tequila Sunset, I mean you. The man, the myth.
A legend? Wait, did we meet on Friday?
Hey, let's not jump ahead of ourselves. This is your story. Stop interrupting.
Sorry, I'll stop interrupting my own story.
You got here on Friday to solve a case, hoping to be the early bird who gets the worm. And by the worm, I mean the buzz. Because as far as I know, all you did was get piss drunk.
Yeah, other people have corroborated that.
Word on the street is you went around the local hostel telling people that you're a police officer, and that it would be really fucked up if you shot yourself in the head right in front of them. That's pretty high concept, if you ask me.
Good thing I sold my gun.
The lieutenant's brow is furrowed. He's listening as casually as he can.
Yeah, Kim is here, isn't he? What happened then?
It was a late Saturday night when we, the Union of Moribund Alcoholics, were getting our drink on. Nothing remarkable about this. We get our drink on 24/7. Makes everything warm and glowy. I trust you know the feeling.
They've never done it 24/7. Got too much to do.
One moment we hear the sound of a motor carriage revving up somewhere on the plaza, followed by a series of dings and bangs.
Yeah.
Do you remember the sound of wood cracking? The billboard.
The billboard.
Naturally, loud noises pique the interest of anybody owning a pair of ears. That's just the reality we're in.
Naturally.
Anyway, there was a brief silence. A gasp of silence, if you will. Followed by a real commotion. We heard the carriage careening towards the coast at top speed.
Top speed.
Sounded like someone jumped the canal. We grabbed our brewskis and rushed to the jetty. Never underestimate the speed of an alcoholic.
We can be quite quick.
What we saw was a sight to behold. A beat-up police carriage containing you. Right there on the beach. You revved the engine and screamed at the top of your lungs. The time hath come!
The time hath come!
So, naturally, being the curious cat I am, I asked what time hath come. To which you replied, "The time hath come for Tequila Sunset, the end of all things."
The time has come for Tequila Sunset. Oh god, what happened next?
Your reality contracted. You jammed the pedal, plowed right off the jetty, and through the ice.
Ah, downer.
Your hands cramp on the steering levers.
Yeah.
We ran towards the ice whilst you crawled your way out, miraculously unhurt, covered in seaweed and shit. Like some kind of sea monster.
That's me.
When we finally got there, you were sitting on the beach crying. You said that your badge and uniform were in the car. It was too late to get in there, though. The carriage had sunk too deep. Recognizing a brother in need, we offered our condolences and invited you to party with us, which you naturally agreed to.
Naturally.
We asked about the whole Tequila Sunset thing, and you told us it was your name now and insisted that we all call you that from then on.
My real name is Harry.
No, that's just what your mother called you. Your real name is Tequila Sunset. Just embrace it, brother.
No, I've spent the entire game rejecting it. How long did we party for?
Hours. It was an all-night drink-a-thon. Then, at some point, I think it was Sunday morning,
Oh boy.
You got belligerent and wanted to talk about Revacholian women.
Oh, this will be wholesome.
How they're beautiful and also whores and so on. How one of them fucked you real bad. After a short while, you crossed the event horizon, looked sullen, got up, and left without saying anything.
Wow. That's quite a story.
Things did happen.
Yeah, I bet Tequila's a fucking legend around the precinct. You must be proud to work with him.
One way to put it.
If you only knew.
If you only knew. Oh, did I tell you anything specific about the person that fucked me?
You were pretty vague about it, but you kept saying you got fucked real hard, and that we've all been fucked too.
Uh-huh.
Please, don't open that door.
No one's fucked me. I do the fucking around here.
Uh-huh.
Abigail!
It seemed pretty painful, to be honest with you. If I had to guess, I'd say you're still working through some shit.
You could say that. 25 minutes until that's done. Did I mention anything, losing anything else?
Beside your gun and your badge, you said something about your hope or heart or something. To be honest, the details are a little hazy.
Yeah, I don't know what I was expecting.
In retrospect, I guess you lost your motor carriage too? That's a big one.
That's a pretty big one. Say anything about my colleagues?
You told us that they were a bunch of fucking losers whose main interest was cramping your style.
Fucking squares.
It's more like you were cramping theirs.
For real, that's the irony.
No specifics, though. It was more about you that night. You were the star of the show.
Oh, I feel it. Say anything about the case?
Yeah, you said it was no biggie and that you'd solve it in no time.
Oh boy.
And that you didn't need anyone to do it. You're doing it solo now.
Oh, how times have changed.
A lot of cops go solo and hermit once they reach that level of alcoholism.
I imagine. It's probably easier to just do shit themselves because they don't have to deal with anyone telling them that what they're doing is stupid. But precisely very much need the person to be around to say that what we're doing is stupid.
It's not meant as a joke. He's sorry for the hermit cop.
Yeah, I believe it. I didn't even need that confirmation. You talk politics?
Yeah, you kept talking about how the coal mine owners were fucking us all over, just like that woman fucked you.
Damn coal magnates.
I didn't agree with you, by the way. The spectral hand of the market makes sure everyone gets exactly what they deserve.
That's certainly a viewpoint. Did you get a read on what kind of cop I was?
You kept apologizing for being such a bad cop, and for the damage you've inflicted on everyone around you.
Yeah, I do that.
You also kept pausing to knock the heel of your hand against your temples, saying, "Stupid, stupid, stupid."
That sounds like me. Alright, I think I'm done.
It's a hard thing for a man to confront his past. That's why I avoid mine at all costs.
You seem like you're characterized by your storytelling ability. Do you want to tell me another one sometime?
Whoop-de-doo. So now I'm a fucking storyteller. Right. Why not? Better than a beach bum.
It's true. But there's nothing saying you can't be both. Want to tell me how you became Idiot Doom Spiral?
It depends, really. Are you willing to help me out?
How?
You might get scammed here.
I have a feeling this is going to cost me a lot.
No, the reality of the situation requires a rather modest contribution. A little motivational package.
If you ask for money, I'm straight up saying no. What do you need?
Booze. Did you already forget our party? The thing I relayed to you earlier.
I have booze.
So, have you got anything for good old Idiot Doom Spiral? A bottle for a story. Seems fair to me.
Got Commodore Red.
Classy.
He snatches the bottle and pushes the cork in through the bottleneck.
Hey, Spiral Boy, you gonna share that?
One of the other bums interjects.
Don't call Abigail!
Fair point.
Shut up, guys. I'm telling a story here.
A story.
Something happened to you. Something happened to me, too. My actual name is George.
George!
But around here, you already know.
Yeah.
I was once a reasonably high net worth individual. A founder/junior partner at a high concept creative services agency. When my story begins, I had just landed a major contract with an insurance firm.
Go on.
I used the profits from my agency to finance what I called a cultural incubator. Abstract value generation, value per person, high concept stuff.
You're losing me because I can't really understand what you're saying.
I developed the paradigm, worked within the paradigm, but the burden of leadership weighed heavily on me. So I went jogging every so often to keep myself sane.
Did it help?
It did. With my trusty Sansarique tracksuit, I felt like I could conquer the world.
The entire world.
But now dreams are worn thin, much like my tracksuit.
He says thoughtfully, brushing dust off his shit-stained pants. What happened?
One day I left on my evening run, As you may know, it's impossible to clear your head when you're distracted by the sound of keys jangling in your pockets.
Shakes the bottle and makes a ringing sound. I don't have that problem, no.
His eyes are clouded, his dilated blood vessels encircling his irises like stinging brambles.
Huh.
So I removed the key ring and put the keys for the front gate and the apartment into different pockets to stop the jangling, you see? At least, that was the plan.
Right.
I was halfway done with my usual lap when it started to rain. The reality situation became very wet, very quickly.
Go on.
I made my way back home and discovered that I didn't have the key to the front gate. I'd mixed it up with the key to the letterbox, which was useless.
True.
Naturally, the situation required me to climb over the gate, which I did. There was no climbing down because I slipped and landed on my ass.
Ow.
Ouch, indeed. Reality was looking rather grim just then. Me lying on my ass in a mud pit in the middle of a heavy shower. But when life knocked me down, I always got up.
Respectable.
So I made my way across the yard. Standing in front of my apartment door, fumbling with my pockets, I realized that I'd also forgotten my apartment key.
You've got to be shitting me.
I wish I were, Tequila. I wish I were. Instead of my apartment key, I'd taken the key to the office.
Okay, so what happened next?
I rang my neighbors' buzzers. It was late, and most of them didn't even answer. Those who did assumed I was trying to sell them something and hung up before I could even explain the situation.
Oh dear.
People are naturally wary of ad men, you see. One moment someone chats you up, 5 minutes later you've bought a box of edible lingerie and a strap-on. I don't begrudge them, especially since I was known to be one of the best.
Uh-huh.
Heavy is the head that wears the crown.
Indeed.
Just then, I experienced a moment of clarity. I still had the key to my office. I could wait out the storm there.
Makes sense.
But when I reached my office, I remembered that I'd asked one of my producers to change the locks that day. And since I hired only the best, he'd already done it, and I couldn't get in.
Why don't you have a... Did he not... If you hired the best, he would have given you a replacement key.
Anyway, long story short, life spiraled out of control. I haven't gotten into my apartment for years, and my girlfriend left me because she didn't want to date a homeless man. The company... well, you see where I'm going with this.
Break down the door. Cut the padlock. I've literally solved your entire life in 2 steps.
So, now you've heard my tragic tale. What do you think? Like nothing you've ever heard, huh?
It's one of the dumber things I've heard in my life. I've only been a hobo cop for a few days now, but that doesn't seem so bad.
The hobo lifestyle definitely has some perks. Not having to pay rent, first and foremost. Not being responsible for 20 other people is nice, too.
Oh, I bet.
But that charm wears off pretty quickly. Before you know it, you're wearing a shit-stained tracksuit and spending your days picking tear.
You keep losing all your stuff.
Good fucking question, Tequila. If I knew the answer, you think I'd be hanging out on a beach in this formerly premium but now extremely dirty 2-piece Lycra tracksuit?
TM.
I used to own my reality situation. My business buddies and I had our own creative services agency. I had a nice apartment, an even nicer piece of ass. But somehow it all got away from me. Now I can't hang on to anything. Just last week I stole this nice new jacket, but then I lost it too. The only things I haven't lost are these 2 drunks.
I've now realized why you're called Idiot Doom Spiral.
You of all people should empathize with this. Perhaps this lost jacket is something you could help with?
I mean, I found my jacket, so I don't give a fuck. The name of your agency?
My agency, man. The Boom Boom Room. Our concept was combining high art with the lowest forms of marketing. The color red, breasts, and oil painting.
I like it.
I convinced my partners to reinvest some of our profits in an even more high-concept cultural incubator called Thin Air. The artists were happy, the clients were happy. I was financing a group of poets in East Revachol who were developing a new universal poetic language. But then it all went to shit.
Man, mixing high and low, commodifying culture, that is extremely my shit.
I know. It was fucking awesome. Too bad I went on a jog, unleashing a cascade of doom that washed it all away.
So what's up with the tracksuit?
What? You've never seen 100% Lycra before? Go on, feel that primo material.
The man extends his arm. Touch it.
Pretty nice, huh? This might be one of the last of its kind. Should probably be in a museum, honestly.
Oh, probably.
Good God. It's nearly impossible to describe how dirty this texture is. It's like rubbing two jellyfish skins together. You feel about 15% less human for having touched it.
Good thing I found magnesium recently.
Randomized trials have also found Lycra, TM, to be associated with a number of exotic, highly malignant cancers. So you also have that to look forward to.
Oh, brilliant.
And then there's the smell. But you don't even want to think about that.
No.
Wow, you're lucky. He never lets me feel it.
The luck is questionable.
That's because your paws are fucking filthy, Rosie. We're right next to the bay. You could wash them anytime.
Yeah, you could wash your clothes. Why haven't you washed them? Well, the other drunks.
My fellow members of the Union of Moribund Alcoholics? They're exactly what they look like.
Uh-huh.
Hey, Tequila! You want to buy some speed?
I got a breakthrough. I don't want speed.
Shut the fuck up, Rosemary. He's a cop, remember?
Yeah, I'm a cop.
I thought he was a cool cop.
The coolest.
Don't call Abigail.
You're right.
And this is Abs. So yeah, that's basically us. We drink together.
So what's about a lot, Jack? What's the lost jacket?
Tequila, it's a verifiable tragedy. It was practically brand new. Sure, it didn't really go with my Lycra threads, but it did itch a lot less.
And that sounds good.
Say, you're a detective, right? Maybe you can help old Doom Spiral out. Solve the case of the missing jacket. What do you say, Tequila?
Wait, you're asking a police officer to help find a jacket you lost, stole, and then lost?
Yeah, exactly. You're here to serve, right?
Oh, sure. Where'd you lose it?
If I knew where I lost it, don't you think I'd have it? I mean, maybe I was up by the boardwalk, or walking along the beach, or checking out the abandoned fish market.
How'd you lose a jacket? That's a lot of places.
Somewhere north of here, that's for sure. You could ask around, see if anyone's seen it.
Okay.
I'm all ears, Tequila.
I'm done. Goodbye.
You too, Tequila Sunset.
Well, that was a whole thing.
Apricot chewing gum scented one.
This will be important.
August 2nd. Early late summer. You're getting off the streetcar in Le Jardin, east of the river. Her father and mother are middle class. The nylon of her little jacket rustles next to you in the dark like autumn leaves. Her heels click on the pavement. You're walking up to the gate in front of her parents' house. She takes out her chewing gum and you kiss her. A feeling like electricity flows through your whole body. Immediately, you know that you've entered a completely different world.
I dare say. So bonuses? +2 perception. Betrayal lingers everywhere. Oh. But that perception is very, very powerful. That's very powerful, actually. Just a straight bonus to perception. 6. I could get that very high very quickly. That was, honestly, worth it. What's your deal, buddy? Oh, wow. Grumbles an unshaven man with a ruddy nose. He narrows his eyes at you as if in recognition and turns his head away.
The noxious odor emanating from the drunken man is strong and familiar.
Yeah, I bet it is.
Don't you call her? Yeah! Don't call Abigail!
Ah, I am the law. Who's Abigail?
Uh-huh. Abigail. Don't you fucking call her.
Uh-huh. Right. I got it, but I need to know who that is so I don't call them. You know? Yeah, you know. We're buddies. Plenty of people like this around Britain. Don't try and logic them. It doesn't work.
Abigail is his wife or girlfriend. Chances are she's gone. Calling her wouldn't make it any better or worse.
I agree.
You're not going to get anything out of this guy. He's too drunk.
Yeah.
Don't call Abigail.
He whimpers softly, his voice trailing off into nothingness. Cool, buddy, cool. Hey, there's money over here. Now, I feel like there's the possibility of a house or a place to live somewhere around here. So I'm gonna have a little gander around. Street sign is illegible below the graffito. Surely I could just move into one of these places. Warm and cozy colours. Flower trough where nothing really grows. Maybe in spring. You just walk in here. A bird? A ruffed grouse taxidermy. Could I bring that to the Whirling in Rags? Hello, kid.
Hello, mister.
A young girl, barely 4 or 5 years old, sits on the sofa. She is looking at you with frank curiosity, probably because I just walked in.
She clutches a small stuffed animal. Occasionally, she twirls it around.
Where are your parents?
My mom's outside, and I don't really know about my dad.
She gives you a bright smile, like it's a good thing. What's this? I found this bird.
It's a grouse.
She yelps, smiling broadly.
You might be able to get on Gart's good side if you replace the broken skewer you almost certainly broke.
It's a good idea. Can I have it? I know someone who really likes stuffed birds.
Sure. I mean, you already took it. I don't like it anyway. It looks angry.
Thank you, Lily. What's the thing you're holding? Pointed the toy.
It's Lammy. He's my friend. Sort of. Like...
She holds the fuzzy beast up to demonstrate. That's adorable.
Lambie is a stuffed lamb that, admittedly, has seen better days. One of the eye buttons is missing, and the fur is tattered in several parts.
Oh, pleased to meet you, Lambie.
Lammy usually doesn't like strangers. But you're also fuzzy, like Lammy.
Goodbye.
Bye!
The girl's large, curious eyes remain fixed on you. What a nice child. Glad to have met Lambie. Industrial coal pellets burn with an orange glow. Well, this was good. Gart will be happy. We've got more reasons to go back to the Whirling in Rags.
The scruffy-haired little boy kicks a stone. He can't be more than 5 years old.
Huh.
The other one looks indistinguishable from him. He watches his brother kick the stone with his tongue lolling out of his mouth.
Yeah, those are kids. Where's your mum?
The kids don't reply, absorbed in their little game.
Is little Lily your sister?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. You guys look identical.
The stone-kicking one becomes frantic all of a sudden, as if that's something to be scared of. The obvious fact that you just stated.
He looks just like me.
Bye. I sense only bad things occurring. Hello, ma'am. The woman next to a bucket of clothes hums an odd melody. Her eyes are closed.
You're not sure about the melody, but it might be South Samaran, possibly Sigayan, also known as the apricot suzerainty.
Isn't that where our salesman buddy was from? He mentioned the apricot suzerainty. Don't know if he said South Samaran or Sigayan specifically, but he did mention the suzerainty.
Welcome to the fishing village. Please lean in closer. I have cataracts.
Condolences, ma'am.
Then how does she know you're here?
If you can't see, then how did you know I was here?
I still have a golden ear. Come, come.
Okay.
Oh, welcome, police officer. We don't cause any trouble around here. And we don't want any trouble either.
I don't intend to cause trouble.
We are not here to cause any trouble, madame.
We're cops. We're hellraisers. Click, click, bang, bang. You point your finger pistols at her. No, not to this poor old lady. Not necessary. We're cops. We don't cause trouble.
Oh, of course. Last time we saw you around here was 12 years ago. You also came to take care of trouble then. Wish you did. But still, in Martinez, you're considered an ill omen.
Wait, I've been here before?
No, not you personally. I meant the RCM. Some of the men got into a fight. One of them killed another, locked himself in that woodshed over there.
She points to the building behind her.
He was brooding, needed some help opening the door. You got it open for him and took him to think about what he'd done in a more secluded place, somewhere more quiet.
Like a prison?
She says it as if he was on some kind of spiritual retreat.
What kind of ill omen are we talking about?
Oh, the usual. Dark tidings. Black hound.
Uh-huh.
That's you, all right. A black hound licking your own heels.
Interesting idea. So why hasn't anyone told me this?
Maybe they are afraid.
Why? I'm useless.
Because you're an ill omen. But you're still welcome here. As long as men with guns aren't chasing you. And maybe even then. Because that's the kind of fishing village we've built.
It sounds like a great place, I gotta say.
I'm sorry there's not a lot of room to park the motor carriage. And not a lot of houses. Or a lot of people. My kids are long gone, searching for treasure. So are others.
Treasure?
Ah, look at me ramble on. What brings you to us?
Where could someone stay around here?
Stay? Most people here are trying to leave.
So there might be vacancies?
That said, if lodgings is what you're looking for, I've got a free room in the shack.
Her soapy thumb points to the building behind her. I know she said free, but how much?
I won't charge you for it. Take it as a gesture of goodwill from the village to the RCM.
Wait, you're just giving it to me?
No one is using it, and God knows it's not much anyway. You can stay there.
Oh, fuck it, I'll take it.
Don't make an old woman regret opening her house to the police.
I won't, I promise. A key appears from under her apron. She hands it to you.
Well, if you are not in the hostel in the morning, I'll know where to find you. Here, in a shack.
It's better than the hotel.
He's a little relieved you're no longer in that room.
Yeah, me too. What's in this fishing village?
Just us. It's barely a village anymore. We almost don't exist.
What do you mean?
This is pretty much a non-place. A gap. A blank spot on the map. Just a cluster of nameless shacks on a nameless street.
There's gotta be something here.
Over there, you can find more of the same. Shacks and trees growing wild. That's the pox.
What's a pox?
An old military hospital and its surroundings. Or it used to be, during the time of the suzerain.
Uh-huh.
After the war, it was turned into a goodwill hospital for shell-shock veterans and folks looking for some quiet in the old sanatorium gardens.
Uh-huh. So kind of like a... Asylum's not really the right... I mean, asylum might be the right term, but like a mental health facility?
Now the area is crisscrossed with nameless streets and makeshift cinder block houses. Shacks as far as the eye can see.
So what happened to the hospital?
The goodwill ran out. The staff left and the place was shut down. It's long gone by now.
Who else lives here?
Well, there's Lillian and her kids. A few new folks live in the house to the east. But they're away right now.
Head across the courtyard. She nods her head across the courtyard.
And then there's the drunks. Not a pretty sight, but there's little we can do about it. Home is home, even for them.
Oh yeah, I met a couple.
I'm sure you did. Nature keeps them in rotation. A new face pops up every now and an old one disappears and is forgotten. This is who we are.
Okay.
She nods, rinsing another piece of cloth.
You know anything about Lost Jacket?
What do you want with a lost jacket?
I'm a cop.
That's an excellent question, man.
One of the drunks lost it and I agreed to look for it.
He probably pawned it for booze and then forgot about it. You know how drunk men are.
I'm very familiar.
Are you getting a reward for it at least?
No.
What? You're fetching someone's missing laundry free of charge? Did you not have anything better to do?
I was probably gonna keep it.
In fact, he does.
The lieutenant glances at his watch.
None of my business, either way. How you spend your hours is up to you. Anyhow, you might ask Lillian if she's seen anything lately. That girl's got a way of attracting lost and broken things.
Well, I'm off. I do have things to do, admittedly. I really do. Money! I don't even need... getting money would be good for things, but I don't specifically need it anymore. You can't see into the house from this angle. Inside you hear the cozy sound of some kind of heater sputtering.
The door has seen better days. The layer of paint has started to peel off due to the salt and wind from the sea. Even the lock looks slightly rusted.
Let's unlock it.
I'll wait outside to give you some time and privacy to check out your new living arrangements. But just so you know, after we are done with the day, I'll still be staying in the whirling in rags for the night. We'll meet in front of the shack in the morning.
That makes sense.
The key turns with a satisfying click. You can enter the shack now.
Marvelous. This can't be worse than the hotel room. It's already better. The window isn't broken, for instance. Let's see what we got. Karajev jacket. Ah. This swanky checkered jacket flatters your form in a way that makes you feel the fun kind of serious. It has really nice roomy pockets too. Ah, the ladies would love this. Ladies love pockets. That's fun. I'll keep this on because it's more useful for what I'm doing, but good to have that for sure. You see the waves, the sea, a church. We should check out that church. Old fixture science fiction book magazines, books about birdwatching, an almanac from 39. Floorboard creaks, intricate heat engine hums quietly, giving out pleasant warmth. What's this?
On the table, you see a bowl of water, a rough soap, and next to it, a small hand mirror. A straight razor soaks inside the wash basin.
Hand-eye coordination, hold up. Do I have anything that increases hand-eye coordination? Do I have anything that lowers hand-eye coordination? I didn't mean to take off my shoes. I should get some new shoes, that would help.
On the table, you see a bowl of water.
Is shaving the right call?
The water reflects back a vague image of your face. Nose bulbous and red, hair unkempt, wrinkles lining the eyes and forehead. The stash is gigantic.
I bet.
You'll be looking like a pansy without the chops. A fucking pansy.
A fucking pansy.
A fresh start looms ahead. Clean yourself up and be born anew.
I'll come back to it. I just want to look at the mirror first.
An old mirror hangs on the wall. You see the reflection of your face in it, adorned with the expression.
Might be worth trying to look into the expression, but we'll leave it for now.
The bed is comforting, if a bit run down. Still, you've earned a rest.
No time to rest yet. See if I can shave.
On the table, you see a bowl of water, a rough like an artist with a brush or a master swordsman. You use the small mirror and the straight razor with some soap to remove all that unkempt hair from below the nose line. The sharp blade chafes against your skin, producing a scratching sound. The surface underneath the beard feels tender, the air brushing against it chilly.
It always feels good to have a nice shave. Like, feels good afterwards. Like, of course, I maintain a beard. Not a big one. I like to have just a small little beard. But, like, you know, sometimes hair proceeds from the jawline, like, down the neck. So I get rid of that and keep a nice, orderly line, as it were. And, like, it's good. Feels good. Feels good to shave. You feel much better afterwards. Feel your clean-shaven cheeks.
They feel so
Oh my god.
Surprisingly so. A feeling of freshness overcomes you, as if you just came from a cold bath.
We still don't look great in our portrait, but we do look better, honestly. Look more presentable. Was shaving the right call?
The water reflects back a vague image of your clean-shaven face. Despite the bulbous nose, unkempt hair, and persistent swelling, you look a little younger, maybe.
I think it was a good idea.
The beardless nature of your cheeks makes the expression seem even more like a terrifying grimace.
Well, there's that. Can we actually look at... Oh my god, our face act... Hang on, let me take off the hat. Right. Wow. Clean shaven. There you go. Boy, will Kim be surprised. Now I'm a cop. Clean-shaven cop. Hey Kim, what do you think?
Yes?
Point to your face. I shaved.
Yes. I don't know what to say. Perhaps,
You can tell me, Kim.
I'm not really sure about this turn of events. I think the mutton chops might have been a better idea. They sort of seem to cover up some of the...
He stops.
Either way, good on you. You were saying?
Nothing, let's go. Well, now I need to see if I can remove the expression. That's the next goal. And for that, I'm going to need electrochemistry. So we'll start well, first I want to try and, figure out why, you know, figure out why the 41 first sent me, even though we have a pretty good idea, I'm sure. But, after that, our next goal will be getting rid of the expression. This is how we'll clean ourselves up. So first of all, Gar, have I got a surprise for you?
Can I help you?
Gar, I found a new bird for the whirling.
What is this thing?
What is this thing? It's no biggie, I just thought it would look nice on the wall. I'm that kind of cop.
What, the interior decorating kind? You know, I'm sorry. This is actually a nice bird. A competent piece of taxidermy.
Thank you, Gar.
I can fix it to the plaque and have a new bird in the establishment, I guess. So, I don't know. Thank you. I'm gonna go with thank you.
That's nice, thank you.
People just don't know how to accept gifts, especially taxidermy. He likes it. He likes the bird. It solves his broken bird problem.
Everyone's happy.
I feel good about our work here today. It's all about the little things, like bringing people random stuffed animals.
Exactly, Kim. This is how you be a cop.
It's not actually about that, but he likes it.
So about my bill for tonight.
Got the 20 real?
Not yet.
Then why are you...
Because I never will, fool. I'm done giving you money. So guys, before we talk to them, this might actually be important, I don't know. We should see if we can run the badge through. Also, we should tell the precinct that it's been resolved. But we should see if we can run the LEDs. Alright, we can at least call in.
Precinct 57.
So please reconnect me to the 41st.
Right.
10-4, come in. Fireworker, over.
I'm happy to report that I found my badge, Jules.
10-4, sir, glad to hear that. I'll write down that there is no need to issue a new one to you then. Over.
Well, hooray, I'm not going to tell them I've lost my gun. That's all for now.
Roger that, 10-10, over and out.
You have a blue uniform and mine is black. What does this mean?
It means I'm a patrol officer, sir.
Okay, what does it mean I am?
What was with that, sir?
You called me sir. Why is that?
Well, I guess
Cut the shit. Every second you stand here running your mouth, the case grows colder.
Okay, goodbye. Alright, that's disappointing that there's nothing...
Again?
Oh, for fuck's sake, fuck off. I'm not clicking on you. Those ugly shades will actually be useful if we try to get rid of the expression.
A good starter pair, officer. And when you're ready to upgrade, come back and see me.
Leave for now. Fuck it, see if I can get some money.
Start with a little compliment, then work your way up from there. This is about business, remember.
Straight up business. Hey, you seem like a really successful entrepreneur. Would you like to support a member of the local police force?
Oh, okay. But why, officer?
For the support.
After all this mess, the broken seals, lying to you, come on.
Come on. Think of it as an investment.
An investment? What kind of investment?
It's an investment in your customer base. Gotta prime the pump, man.
Fair point. You can't have a successful business without a loyal customer base. How much is your loyalty worth?
10 real.
10 real is a bargain for that kind of investment. You got it, my man.
He takes a 10 note from a leather pouch. You can ask for 1,000,000 real. I'll leave it to you for now. Thanks, buddy. Cool, so I've now got 18 real. Still not enough to buy his shoes, though, but... How much have I got in value that I could sell? I don't want to sell the medicinal spirit. That seems like it'd be useful. This is worth like 11 real. That is good. I could sell the lieutenant's handkerchief. That seems in poor taste. We are fully prepared to go into this conversation and have it go as an absolute disaster, but deal with it. So, equipment. Let's look into this. Do we have anything that improves empathy? I feel like that might help. I'm going to go in there looking as professional as possible. Okay, check it out. The most professional. The bow tie, you might argue, is not very professional, but it does make me look like a secret agent.
These are some wonderfully regular pants. Not too tight, not too loose, moderate in every sense. You'll blend right in at some pleasant dinner party.
I like regular, normal things.
I know you do. These Inter-Estellari pants are like wearing a perfect compromise in your nether regions. No one will call the moral intern on you like this, that's for sure.
Damn right, I look fine as hell.
You're a little more moralist now, buddy. A little more normal, even if you didn't want to be.
There are benefits to being somewhat normal.
Makes sense. This is what wearing boring office trousers does to you.
I see.
What's this? We're getting reports of normal, reasonable, temperate, political opinions somewhere in Martinez.
That's me, Mr. Reasonable. Someone's got to keep us sane around here.
The air suddenly feels calmer, more transparent in a strangely tender way. Perhaps it's the hangover. Perhaps it's a temporary surge of serotonin. But something tells you.
Something tells me.
It's time to become a citizen of the Kingdom of Conscience.
Interesting. Where is this Kingdom of Conscience?
It is not a place. It is a moment in time that can only arise in the right circumstances. In all of human history, it's only been achieved a handful of times.
How'd you bring about those circumstances?
Incrementally.
Incrementally, like damage over time.
History's greatest catastrophes have been brought about by people trying to make the world a better place. Too quickly.
That makes sense.
That's the genius of Dolores Day. She recognized that progress is meaningless if its gains are lost because of instability. Real, lasting change can only come about gradually, increment by increment.
But what about all the things that are wrong now?
Tisk tisk. Just because you live in the present doesn't mean you have the right to place your needs above the needs of the future.
I mean, it makes sense in its way.
You may never live to see the Kingdom of Conscience. Your children may not. Even your grandchildren might not. But that's no excuse not to keep working.
I mean, if everyone only worked for the now instead of the future, then no one would have gotten anything done.
What sang-froid?
What sang-froid?
What benevolence?
Is it about doing things or preserving the status quo?
Do you believe the status quo is preferable to chaos and bloodshed?
Yeah.
There you have it. Sometimes holding the line is progress.
To be fair, in this fucking world it kind of is, but there are big changes that need to be made. So what's it actually like?
The kingdom is difficult to comprehend, and even more difficult to describe.
Right.
Partly because humanity will need to discard many of the categories that define and limit it today. The Kingdom of Conscience is post-capitalist, post-national.
Oh boy.
It's also post-industrial, post-ideological, and even post-sexual.
Oh, let's go there right now.
Slow down, Mr. Reasonable. Did you miss the part about compromising and taking things slow?
Alright, so then let's get there, eventually.
That's right. Remember, real democracy is just around the corner for Revachol. When that real democracy kicks in, a long time from now, we are all going to be so much happier.
Well, we'll be dead, so it's moot, but hey, that's pretty cool. So, Kingdom of Conscience. Our take is powerful, but democracy is subtle. Incrementally, you begin to notice a change in the weather. When it snows, the flakes are softer when they stick to your worry-worn forehead. When it rains, the rain is warmer. Democracy is coming to the administrative region. The ideals of DeLorean humanism are Reinstating themselves, how can they not? These are the ideals of the Coalition and the Moralists International. These guys are signal blue, and they're not only good, they're also powerful. What will it be like once their nuanced plans have been realized? Interesting. I still want to focus on getting rid of the expression, though, and figuring out why the precinct sent me. These are more immediate problems that need to be solved. But there's even more immediate problem that needs to be solved. And that's this interview. There we go. This is a look. This is the look of a professional cop with finger guns. She probably likes finger guns. She'd probably find it funny. Okay, let's do this. This is gonna go very poorly.
The door is closed.
Knock, knock.
Who is it?
It's me.
Tired. Controlled.
Uh-huh.
This is the police. Can we come in?
Come on up. The door is open. I'm drying my hair.
Okay.
Sounds like it's coming from upstairs somewhere. You could snoop around before going up.
Ah, snooping. They call me Officer Snoopy. Pile of dirty clothes. A woman's. Hotel bill calculations. Looks like she's had an extended stay. I would assume so. I assume she worked here. You see the yard below. The corpse is no longer there, which is good.
This medicine cabinet is full of wares. Sheets of pills, haphazardly stacked, one on top of the other. There's also a toothbrush somewhere in there.
Look at the toothbrush.
It's been used quite a lot.
Toothbrushes tend to be.
But not for scrubbing blood off towels, or anything else interesting, it seems.
Lame. Medication?
Pharmaceuticals line the shelves. Sheet upon sheet of pill bottle next to pill bottle. Acetylic acid, APAP, eye drops, blood thinners.
Quite a collection in here.
Anything of note?
Are the bottles?
Pill bottles rattle like bones as you search the cabinet. Paracetamol, histoparidol, something in a foreign language you can't read. Behind them, an unusually shaped nasal spray. Its label reads, Nacra.
I only know one of those, and it's paracetamol.
Nacra. This is used to treat opioid overdoses. Always handy to have around.
Whisper, Nacra, opioid antagonist.
Interesting. That's used for diamorphine overdoses.
The lieutenant nods and looks at the door.
You could say he's on the lookout.
Ah, thank you, Kim. Search the pill sheets.
Among some foreign, probably Messinian or Gotvaldian, marked red blister packs you find. What do you find? This is going to take a little know-how.
Close the cabinet. I can spec for this. I have a lot of electrochemistry stuff, like the fingerless gloves. And these trousers. Is there something more interesting here?
A bright orange bottle with Peptide stamped on it. In sunny, happy letters. Jackpot, baby. That's the stuff you're looking for. Your palms begin to sweat just holding that little plastic container.
I'm not going to try and steal it. What's so exciting about it?
It's speed, man.
Oh.
Just what you were looking for. They call it dextroamphetamine and talk about psychological disorders. But what we're seeing here is some scientifically advanced trucker speed.
I'm not here to steal drugs. Lieutenant, I also see a brand called Peptide.
Peptide, a euphemism for pharmaceutical amphetamine. Prescription speed.
Well then.
The fuck are you waiting for? Let's get super fucking preppy.
No. Close the cabinet. Come on, man. I'm trying to do a good job here. Well, that's everything down here. Very good. Up the stairs. Do we get to snoop around a bit before we talk to her? Kinda, yeah. The bed has been hastily made. Nothing else in here. What's with the window?
This window is pristine on the inside, unlike the one next to it. Light from the desk lamp reflects off the glass in an untarnished golden halo.
Run your finger across it.
Smooth as ice. There are spots of mud and rain on the outside, even smudges. But the surface of the window is clear from the inside. No chips, no hairline fractures.
It's clearly going to be some important stuff around here.
Following your lead, the lieutenant leans in closer, to inspect the surface.
This window was recently replaced.
Looks like it, yes.
Nothing else with it, though. What about this doormat? Oh, it just leads outside. Oh, okay. Oh, she's out here. Smell of cigarette smoke in the air. Astra menthol. I'm going back inside. There's more things to snoop around with, probably. Oh, I don't think there is, actually. Oh, well. It's literally everything.
This window.
Nothing more with the window. Okay, well. Let's have a chat. What if I just went back inside? I don't have to talk to her. I can just ignore her. It's a video game. Cold coffee in an ashtray that looks like a hedgehog. So does mine. A handful of dried white wildflowers.
Just as you look at the flowers, a gust of wind raises them from the roof, picking them up in the air.
Move your hand fast.
You catch a single white flower between your fingers.
Oh.
The rest fly off into the wind. It's a Maybell.
Gotcha this time.
The young woman looks at the Maybell in your hand. Just a glance, then takes a drag of her cigarette. The lieutenant gives you an acknowledging little nod.
Snap your finger pistols at him. Snap your finger pistols at the young woman. Don't snap finger pistols at all. I'm gonna snap them at him. Yes, do it. Go on.
Your 9mm semi-automatic finger pistols produce a satisfying snap. Strange for such a low-caliber finger gun to sound so chunky. The flower in your other hand is impressed. So is Kim.
Yeah, he is.
That's not entirely true. The lieutenant is looking at the door to the east and mostly misses them.
Come on. Jeez. Oh, I'm going in this door.
The same small, heavy door. No lock in sight.
Where does this lead to?
I don't know, Lieutenant Freighter.
He makes a note.
It is not the first closed door we found in this building. There is also your mysterious blue kitchen door.
Do you think it's important?
I don't know. The further we get, the more this building seems to be tied to the case. The vigilantes, the cadaver, and a number of people connected to the case are in or around this building. This door is part of it. It's not unimportant.
Push?
It's barred from the inside. You hear the bar rattle in the brackets. Sounds like it's heavy, too. Very sturdy.
Hmm. Can I be a hero is the question. I've got a physical instrument. I don't think I've got any more physical instrument things than that. Oh, no, I got my phone modulars. The only problem is, this is literally the one chance I get at this, because I can't raise my physical instrument anymore unless I get some kind of thought cabinet that allows me to do so. I have maxed out my physical instrument as much as I can.
The same small, heavy door. No lock in sight.
Try it. Oh, no. Oh! Ah! Hmm.
You kick it, gung-ho style. Entering the premises style. But the door fails to respect the force. All you hear is the bar rattling inside, laughing at you.
Damn it.
All right. Let's trash the place.
Hey, she likes it.
Let's not.
Let's not. Fine. Okay, big failure. What else is new? I can interact with this?
6 crumbling petals rest on your palm. They're white, a bell-shaped crown.
What is this, Kim?
This is the Insulindian lily, called Maybells or Lucille's tears during the Revolution. Girls used to pin these on soldiers before sending them off to battle.
Ah.
This flower is a spring flower, but it's a bit early for that, isn't it?
Who pinned them? Which side?
The revolutionaries, so the communards and the anarchists. White's their color, but the custom started in the suzerain's army, so it held meaning for the kingsmen too.
I see.
It's about girls and boys more than sides. Girls sending off boys who are going to their deaths, then also dying themselves in the ruins from dysentery and consumption. It's a symbol of the Civil War.
Does this flower blossom in early spring?
Yes, but not this early. Not to my knowledge. It looks dried, preserved.
Is it coincidence it being on the roof?
Maybe. Maybe not. We'll see.
He makes a note. Okay.
The petals feel dry and fragile in your hand. Wait, have you noticed there's a war veteran playing a ball game on the plaza? You should ask him about the flowers.
I should. Okay, well, I've really delayed long enough, haven't I? I've really just done everything I could to not talk to her. Let's go talk to her. Let's do this. Hello, ma'am.
Welcome to the roof.
The young woman has a cigarette in one hand and a cup of coffee in the other. Breakfast of champions.
Her hair is still slick from the shower.
It's also raining, so that would probably do it too. Why? Whatever. I was gonna say, why did she dry her hair, have a shower, dry her hair, then go out in the rain for a cigarette?
Below her silvery jumpsuit, an athletic young body, built long and lean.
Good for dancing, I would assume.
I'm sorry for the mess down there. The cleaning lady hasn't come by in days. I'm beginning to wonder if she ever will.
Nice view you've got here.
It's much nicer now.
Yeah, I bet.
Where the dead body used to hang, clearly visible from the roof, but no longer.
Thank you for that, officers. Truly.
It took a while, but we got there.
There is something in her light brown eyes, a sadness, when she thinks about the death of that man.
I think she shot him. This is my current theory based on information I don't have all of yet. I think he was doing what he was doing, and she shot him, and then the Hardy Boys were like, we'll string him up and act like we did it. But the reality was that she did it. That's my current theory. So you mentioned a cleaning lady. I think I need one.
Oh, yes. Legends of room number 1 have made their way around the building. They say a portal to hell has opened in there.
Disco Infernum.
They also say that's why the cleaning lady quit. Because of the Infernum.
That's, yeah, basically.
I'm Kim Kitsuragi. I'm a detective from Precinct 57. I believe you have already met my colleague from Precinct 41.
Yeah, we spoke.
Have I ever? This is the one and only superstar cop. He's kind of a big deal around here.
I'm sad to say I have shifted copper type since we last saw each other, and I am a different cop now.
Wow.
Vapor rises from the coffee cup in her hand. Things are very far from wow, little miss. I am a changed man, a cop born to repent my shortcomings. I am the sorry cop. This is a good way to start this, actually.
A penitent cop monk. What brings this changed man to me?
Being generally sorry.
Miss, we are investigating the murder of the man down there. The people who put him there have asked us to talk to you.
It's true.
Huh. I see.
She takes a pensive drag of her menthol cigarette.
Be careful. Ask something else first. When you go there, use words like, I hear you have been through something difficult.
Yeah, probably a good idea. So what's your name for the record?
Clausier Amondu.
We'll go through the full procedure. Where are you from?
Vredefort, Republic of Oranje.
Makes sense.
Wasn't the tattoo on the hanged man an Oranese map of the waterways? The thought begins to form in your head, then dissipates. Something for later.
Yeah, it would be important. What is Oranje?
A bad memory, officer.
Bad memory of what?
Of lilacs and lightning. Parks, glass. Duraluminium. Vredefort is a conference city. It's always autumn there. A night. At least it was for me.
I see.
What's so bad about that?
Nothing. If you're no longer there.
Makes sense. So how old are you?
I'm 28.
One year below me. What do you do? What's your specialization?
Something stupid.
I don't know. Dancing is a thing that's been around for, what, millennia now?
Wanna hear what's stupid? Somewhere in a one-room apartment on Boogie Street, a young man shows Patrol Officer Tilbrook his genital warts. Ask him if they're cancer.
Take that, Tilbrook.
His partner, Emil Mullins, can't be there. He's in another apartment with another man who's showing him a dead dog under the radiator. It's dead, Mullins says. No, the man replies. I touched him. He's warm. He's warm, Mullins replies, because he's under the radiator.
You're a cop?
No. More stupid. Oranese lit.
Oranese lit?
Oranese literature. It's what I studied at the university.
What is it? What's it about?
Fear of failure, fear of death, how it sucks to be Oranese. All national literatures are... only the name of the nation changes.
Okay.
If that's true, then Revacholian Lit would fit you like a glove.
I'm sure it would. So what do you do with it?
Nothing. I do nothing with it.
How do you make money then? Money is very important. Show her some money.
Cool. I've made more money by just being than I have with Ranislet.
Being what?
Many things. A roller skating instructor, a secretary, Miss Oranje 37.
Hey.
It's the world's most tired smile.
Oh.
Of course she won a beauty pageant. She's very symmetrical.
So symmetrical. Will you take a look at your passport, please?
I'm afraid you can't, officer.
Similar to reasons why I couldn't show, Joyce my badge.
Why is that?
Because it's buried in a sealed plastic bag at an undisclosed location on the coast, along with cash and airline tickets.
Right.
Thank you for your candor. Why?
They say so in your tourist brochure. Keep travel documents away from your person when west of the river.
Then how do I know you've told us your real name?
If I were to lie to you, I would come up with a more mainstream name than Clausia Mondu. It's a weird name.
Which is makes it less suspicious.
She seems to be telling the truth, sire.
Makes sense. Okay then.
Okie dokie.
Pour yourself some more coffee.
If any of this made her nervous, it certainly doesn't show in her expression or her movements.
She's a queen of composure. Thank you for the record.
The record. So official.
I'm a professional now. We'll see how long that lasts. Nice room you've got here.
Yeah. It's pretty deluxe.
What are you doing here in the Whirling in Rags?
I'm wintering.
Wintering?
How long have you been staying here?
About 4 months. I came in November.
That is quite a while. Why here?
Here in the Whirling, here in Martinez, or here in Revachol?
Here in the Whirling.
Because it's the funkiest building in Martinez. And because all the other buildings are bombed to hell.
Makes sense. You have a lot of... You have quite the collection of prescription drugs down there.
Thank you. I've put a lot of time and effort into it.
She says without any discernible irony.
Technically, possession of narcotics is legal in Revachol, but you should still reprimand her.
I feel no need to reprimand her at all. Quite impressive. How'd you amass such a hoard?
With money, sir. It's not exactly the NT-star size caboodle I intend for it to be one day, but it's getting there.
Getting there.
The Anti-Star is, or was, a Vespertine rock and roll star who liked to do drugs. He did so many drugs, he eventually mutated into a corpse.
Yeah, that's what they usually do. You also have Nakra?
Comes in handy when you've done too many opioids.
I imagine.
Is that something that happens to you often, miss?
His tone isn't aggressive, just inquisitive.
Better safe than sorry.
Takes a drag and smiles. You also have Preptide?
Oh, yes. One of my favorites. It cures many ailments.
Like what?
Like not being able to stay up for 36 hours. Not being happy. It cures those ailments. It's just a mirrored speed molecule, basically.
Yeah, that was the impression I got. Okay, then.
Very funky.
Very funky. Where does that door go?
You tell me, officer, when you've kicked it down. I've been wondering myself, but I'm light of foot. Not a good door kicker.
Well, me neither, as we just saw. That window is new.
It is.
Move slightly to your left to check her reflection in it.
The lieutenant makes a note in his notebook.
Mm-hmm.
He finds the answer unsatisfying.
I bet he does. Have other questions?
Okay.
Takes a drag.
Watching herself reflected in the bedroom window, tall and sparkling and draped in smoke.
Ah, so what is this wild flower?
She looks at the dried petals in your palm, then lightly touches one with her fingernail. Chipped white polish covers the nail. It's long and sharp, like a mini dagger. The petal crumbles on contact.
Pretty. Looks like a dried maybell. Is that the one you caught? Sambo style?
It was Sambo style. Why was it there?
Why was there a flower on the roof? I don't know, officer. Because of the wind?
No, you've got me there. I have personal questions.
Yes. You're just one room away. Very personal.
Very personal. Were you in some... I need to know what I did. Did you see what I did?
You do not need to know that. What you need is to ask normal police questions, like...
He waits for you to finish the sentence.
Get a grip, he thinks. At least do your personal stuff when I'm not here.
That's fair.
Quick, say something professional.
Okay, let's do this. They tell us you've been through something difficult.
Something difficult? I've been through at least half a dozen difficult things. Which one do you mean?
I don't want to talk about this shit. Ah, boy, here we go. Were you assaulted?
By sexually assaulted, you mean raped?
That would be it, yes. She takes a quick drag, unperturbed.
Yes.
It's a bit early in the morning for raped, isn't it?
It's 2:30 in the afternoon.
She sounds positively buoyant, vivacious, totally unbothered.
Actually, it's already afternoon.
Is it?
Squinting, she takes a look around. The spring sun is high in the sky. People pass below.
It is afternoon. Time flies, man.
Sure does. So, were you?
Yeah. I'm gonna go with not raped. I don't want to say that shit about him.
Okay.
By him, she must mean the victim.
I assume?
Tell them it's not my style. They'll have to, you know, if they want to jazz up the charges, they'll have to get someone more, rapeable.
She searches for the word, then shrugs. So I'm still not... Okay, let's just keep listening.
By they, she means the Hardy Boys.
Right.
Are you saying that you were asked to tell us you were assaulted?
Ah.
Not explicitly, but I understood what they meant. It wouldn't hurt to spice things up a bit. Some assault and battery. Sexual assault, maybe. It was clear the latter would be spicier.
Interesting. Okay. So they asked you to spice things up for us?
Pretty much.
She cradles a coffee cup in both hands. Coffee cup. Did I say coffee cup? Coffee cup in both hands.
Warming them.
Warming them. So what did happen between you and the victim?
We partied.
We partied? What kind of partying? The kind I do?
With all due respect, sir, I think we partied a little harder than that.
Harder than this? I didn't know it was physically possible.
Oh, it is. You're still alive.
Did you guys play Russian roulette?
What did you do when you partied?
Because if so, that would mean no one murdered him.
We drank, sir. A lot. For weeks, basically. We had that effect on each other. We made each other drink harder. That's why I liked him.
Ah.
What else?
Stimulants. Speed also has that effect, making you drink harder. And then drinking harder makes you do more speed. It's quite the combination. We also had sex.
You were lovers?
I guess you can say that, yes. A bit. Lovers is such an emotional word. But there was something there. We did enough drugs for there to be.
Interesting. You know, it just occurred to me that the only really negative things we've heard about Lely was from the Hardy Boys. That doesn't mean he's not a piece... That doesn't mean he hasn't done anything wrong. It's just... That's the only place we've heard it.
How did you two meet?
Lieutenant's voice is quiet, calm.
Downstairs. At the bar. He was on some sort of assignment. A military man, as you probably know. Had a cool, scary scar.
When was this?
A month ago? Something like that.
Yeah, it must have been hard for you seeing him there.
Oh, yes. I've had a great view. From the roof, out of the bathroom window, in my dreams.
Yeah, same.
A bitter cringe. It hurts. You look to the lieutenant. He takes a small step closer.
You called us, the RCM.
Ah.
Yes.
That was you?
I made it. And I would appreciate it if you didn't tell everyone. In Martinez, they call it snitching.
I won't tell a fucking soul.
Reporting crimes is confidential in Ravachol, miss.
Paul's voice was disguised.
I didn't exactly disguise it. I just muffled the mic and nicked the landline a little.
Nicked it how?
With nail clippers. And I diverted some radio fuzz into it. Into the cold wire.
Sounds like you know quite a bit about this sort of thing.
You were right to suspect there might be foul play involved with the broken phone line.
And in the process, you broke the landline downstairs.
Did I? Fuck. I didn't mean to. I had no idea what I was doing.
Still an impressive amount of technical expertise, though. I couldn't do anything like that.
Still, that's pretty clever tampering. Simple and clever. Crossing the lines like that.
Seems like he had some idea. That was nifty.
Thanks.
He manages a smile.
She looks a bit like a little girl who's just been complimented on her bike repair skills.
So why go through all the trouble?
I don't know, sir. It was stupid. I was drunk, too. I was probably afraid the union was listening in. Locals say they have ears in the wires.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Thank you for making the call, miss. It was the right thing to do.
Yeah.
I didn't want to, sir. But if I hadn't, he'd still be hanging there.
It's true. What can you tell me about him, in general?
I'm sorry, I can't do it. Not right now. Later, maybe. I keep seeing him. Like he is now. I can't talk about his... I don't know. Hair.
Another puff, more nervous.
I know it's difficult, miss. We can return to it later.
Yeah, we can. So let me just see what it actually says about that. Ask. Yeah. Ask a little later when she's collected herself. Okay, so probably when I'm alone, I guess. And Kim's not around to stop you, ask. Okay, I'll do 2 birds with 1 stone. So what did they hang him for?
He had something to do with the strike. One has been roiling since I got here. Rotten timing. But you probably know all about it.
And his role in this strike was... what?
I think he was in a security detail. He was ex-military, worked for Wild Pines, and against the Union. We didn't discuss work much, if you know what I mean. But I understood it was dangerous.
Right.
And they lynched him for it?
She nods.
Yeesh. It's not looking good then. So why was there a bullet in his head?
Bullet? They shot him too?
Yeah.
I'm not picking up on any theatercraft here, sir. The pause is sincere.
It's good that I'm good at drama.
They stripped his clothes and they shot him?
Huh.
You mean after they hanged him?
No, before.
I'm confused, sorry.
So am I. Were you aware that he had also been shot, miss?
I'm a little confused as well.
Things are starting to go a little over my head here. I thought he was hanged. I was not present when they did it. I don't know what happened. I just know what they told me. And Sylvie, the bartender.
We should call her again.
It's hard to know what to think about that answer.
Damn.
She's just tired. Don't push her too much.
Yeah, that's a good idea. So how do the Hardy Boys know you?
They're frequent guests. Downstairs, they have a booth for union members. They're probably down there now.
How did you meet?
Over drinks. It's been a long, boring winter.
I bet. Did you party?
A little, yeah.
Yeah.
Like you partied with the deceased?
Probably not to the same degree.
No, not as hard.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to have to ask this, but have you had a physical relationship with any of the Hardy Boys?
I have.
Which one?
Which ones, sir? I don't remember precisely. Titus, obviously. But as I said, it's been a long winter.
Interesting. A lot of answers here today. Thank you for telling us all of this, miss.
She breathes a silvery sigh of relief and weariness. The air on the roof feels humid.
Which is strange, because it's cold.
Should we head by downstairs, officer? We may have things to discuss there.
Add something else before we go, a little thing.
She nods. Silvery cigarette fumes disappear into her mouth.
Look her in the eye.
She looks back. Time moves slowly. The triangles of her face rearranging into a weary smile. Don't worry. We will protect you from her beauty. We will consult you through the reefs and sounds of her persona. We will see through deceits. You are shielded. You are wise.
Damn it.
You are advised. There are muscles on long white bones that line her limbs, just below the silver jumpsuit. Miss Araignée Disco Dancer, you want to put your hand on her back and feel it arch.
I thought it was just going to lead to an apology. Avert your eyes.
The strange moment ends. It was brief, no longer than 2.2 seconds.
It certainly was a strange moment. Let's return to this later, miss.
Why not? I'll be here until 11 p.m., drinking coffee, most likely.
Cool. Let's chat.
Looks like we have more to discuss with those so-called Hardy Boys. Half their reasoning just went out the window.
Do you think this will make them cooperate?
Nothing will make them respect the RCM, but it will disrupt the game they prepared for us. We just stripped off one layer of whatever it is. Her decision to not corroborate their story was definitely not part of the plan.
So why did she tell us all of that?
What else could she have done? Lie? She saw there was no way to lie and get away with it.
Not sure she had to lie. I wouldn't have known.
If not you, then me. It was a smart move from her.
Something is off.
You think so? She seemed forthcoming. Unusually so. Being forthcoming about some things is a good way to obscure other things.
Well, the last time there was a situation in which we could say, yep, we've got all the information, let's be done with it, it then made it harder to find out more information in regards to the hanging and the shooting.
The best liars are always forthcoming. Anyway, we should move. I suspect our investigation will bring us back here soon enough.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, does that...
Officer?
No, it doesn't
what brings
provide
you up here in the rain?
any more. Sometimes just having those thought processes gives you more skill points, but not this time.
This window is smooth following your lead.
Must be something there, surely. But I just don't have... I haven't got the skills to make a certain check or something. Oh, that went well. I guess I could do with more points in volition, but that's not a priority for me right now, to be honest. I know what I want to focus on. What if I stared at the window again?
Behind the dockworkers, a ceiling-height window. The hawthorn branches scrape the glass like bony fingers.
Do I have anything that improves perception? Because if so, you know our good friend the salesman does have something that improves perception. Hang on, hang on, hang on. Yeah, there might be something we can do there. We can give him some of his money back as well, I guess.
Lasts a lifetime of 40 and practical office.
There we go, there we go. Yes, 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 more perception. I just have to take it off as soon as I can so no one sees me wearing it. Very important.
Behind the dockworkers, a ceiling-height window. The hawthorn branches scrape the glass like bony fingers.
Come on.
There's a yellow ribbon tied to one of the branches. Light yellow, faded with time. A tiny splash of color in the blackness of the thicket. Hanging from it, a bronze key.
A bronze key.
It's close enough to the latch up there. One can slide it open and just take it. Surely not a coincidence.
Someone's hid a key in the bush.
Huh?
You let me slide by so I can grab that thing?
I don't know about that. I'm comfortable here. Don't think any sliding would really help right now.
Of course.
Sorry, fucko. Looks like you're gonna have to go bush diving. Good fucking luck with that. The hawthorn's got a bitch of a bite.
I'm gonna enjoy the sight of you in the bushes out there.
Uh-huh.
With a loud thud, the old man stands up, pushes the window open, grabs the key from the hawthorn branch, and slides it across the table to you.
Thank you, Theo.
The key is brass. Workshop spare is etched into its bow. The old man closes the window and sits back down in silence.
What a guy.
Come on, man. We were just having some fun. Where's the harm in...
I'm tired of listening to your shit.
Just say thank you.
Don't thank me. I don't give two shits about your key.
Fair, fair, fair. He still did a nice thing. I thanked him. That's the end of it. I'm going. Nothing to be gained from talking to you idiots. I know exactly what it fucking opens. I know exactly what it fucking opens. It's this.
You see a heavy steel door.
We'll do that next time, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for watching. Progress. We shaved. I'm going to work on fixing the expression. I am going to do that. It's important. We need to completely transform ourselves into a respectable person. And getting rid of the expression will help with this. I don't know how many points I'm going to need to put into electrochemistry. I don't know how many points I can put in electrochemistry. A lot, as it turns out. Okay, yeah, can make that happen. We'll start working... Oh, yeah, we still need to figure out why the precinct sent us. But there must be a reward for fixing the expression, right? Like, it's got to do something, because it's such a hard check presented to you straight away. It's something you're supposed to work out throughout the process of the investigation. But whatever the nature of that is something for later. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. Special thanks to Teacup of Doom, Beep, Adash Sanjeev, Alkir, Honeydew Corporation, Sweet Baby Red, MB Alias, Lord Skullington, Jessicitty, Plutonium Pie, Dreamer Ghost, Lepalolubi, K-Bub, Magic Cow, The Frostbite, Monsoon, Sir World, Jumper with Joy, War Master Oku, SCP-106A, Namad, and KDT800 for supporting me on Patreon. Thank you so much, guys, and thank you all so much for watching the investigation. It's going well. It's going well, I think. I think we're learning things. I think more things are there to be learned. There are more places to explore. I was worried when we were struggling to get into the harbour because it felt like there was just nothing left for us to do. Although, of course, it turned out that it could have gotten to Wednesday and then we would have had a whole nother area to explore. But at the time, it still felt like the limitations of my failures were starting to close in on me. But now we have a ton of places to explore and leads to follow and all these kinds of things. And it's good. It's very good. First thing I'll do next time is investigate this door. I suspect there might be something in there. At least something valuable, maybe something pertaining to investigation. But whatever's in there, I hope you're there to see it with me. Toodles, goodbye.